Hey guys, so if anybody else is like me, I'm always doing research on YouTube trying to figure out how to always learn or do something myself, save me a couple bucks. Today my issue is I need to replace my U-joints. Actually, I just did this yesterday, which is hints to me making this video. This is a life hack actually. I've never seen nobody do this on YouTube, so I want to share this with everybody, and you can save yourself some money, do it yourself in literally under 30 minutes. But this is my broken drive shaft right here. You can see where it snapped right there, and obviously no U-joints. But I'm on a two-wheel drive 1500 Chevy Silverado, the 07, a couple mods on it, and basically that's what happens when you just got too much torque. So right now I am going to pull the one that I have off of my truck, which is making some noise right now at a low speed, just kind of clicking a little bit, and I think it is the front yoke. But these are good. These ones are good. I got them replaced a couple months back, and this was on the snapped drive shaft. So I'm gonna put those on the junkyard drive shaft I got for about like 300 bucks. But the tools I'm gonna need today, I got me some like plumber pliers, the neck deal. I got me a bigger socket to push out. Basically what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put that over the right there, one of the U-joints, and on the other side take you a smaller one that can fit in that hole, if you can see that. As long as it can fit, push it out downwards, then you'd be good. And you're probably asking yourself, how do we do that? You don't need a vise, you don't need to take it to the shop for an actual press or nothing. You use your car, and I'll show you how we do it right here. We use, also I got me 2 jacks. So my car is a little bit lower, which is why I need 2 jacks. You can do this perfectly fine with just one if your car is a little bit higher than mine. But if you can see, I'm sitting pretty damn low, and so I got to get it off the floor. That way, you know, I can fit a jack and the socket and the drive shaft and the other socket. So it's kind of like a sandwich we're making here, but I'll show you guys how to do this in under 30 minutes. Those are the tools you need. Let's see here, you got an 11mm and some penetration fluid. That's about it. So it's real easy, simple, and show you guys my little life hack that I found. Nobody else ever found this, so hopefully a couple years from now everybody's doing this, saving themselves some money. Alright, so I got jack 1, jack 2, both on the jack points. Our one piece is going all the way to the transmission. You can see that there's the other U-joint right there. Coming all the way back, and you can see our 2 bolts right there and our 2 bolts right there. So that's 4 in total. We're taking out all 4. It requires the 11mm wrench. I just went ahead and loosened them, so it's just easier. But really, I've only been at this for like 5 minutes. It's not even, probably like 3-4 minutes. I got lucky with this though, because if you can see, that's pretty stripped. Dude, there's not even any. Look at that, that's rounded off, and I still was able to get that off. So we got us some new bolts. We'll replace those. Make sure to be smart about this. If you're gonna replace these U-joints, make sure to replace the bolts as well, so you don't have this issue in the future. So there's one, and so sometimes these bolts won't come off, like, see this? They won't come up and out, and easy solution though. So the shaft should slide in a little bit. Let me get to where I can, there it is, right there. So if you guys saw, she came loose, and we'll rest her on the cross member right there, and I will go to the front and show you. Okay, so I'm at the transmission slip yoke drive shaft point where they all intersect. The shaft is resting on the cross member right there and on the roller, so I can just push it out through the back real easy. But so this is, it's fairly easy, but what I did is I got me a piece of chalk, just kind of chalked off that area right there just so I can line it up, easier to put in, and match down there at the bottom for where it connects with the differential right there. So real easy, just slips in, slips out, male female part. can see it coming out. There we go. There. Oh yeah, that's exactly why we got our here too, so we can, you know, let her drip on the pan. Damn. And yeah, so don't be like me and forget about that part, but if you throw that in there, everything will drip out. It's pretty normal though, so I wouldn't worry about it. But on my truck, I got, and it's hard to see, but I got kind of like the gearing right there, and I don't know if that's the same on all of the transmissions, but that's how my slip yoke goes into the transmission, and there's no way to clog that. If you can see, it's like a lip. Kind of hard to turn around. I'm sitting in a real awkward position, but yeah. So if you pull it out, there you go. Now just kind of walking it back from here, that should be good. Pull the shaft out through the back. Here's a side-by-side comparison where that board breaks. Just completely bent around. So right now, pull this off, put the one that was on that on here, switch them around, throw it back on, and we'll be good. So the back of the shaft now, the part that connects to the back axle differential, you can tell how worn down this is right now, all the rust, and it's a little flimsy, but it's got a little bit of a give to it, so that's how you can tell whether or not they're good or not. But the part that's connected to the actual shaft itself, you know, you're gonna remove those just like the front, and this actual full shaft itself, I was able to get from the junkyard for like 300 bucks too. So this has been, you know, if you keep in mind, this has been sitting out in the sun, weather and everything in a big old yard for a long time, so got to get rid of that. Okay, so this is the part that I'm talking about, life hack. If you can't tell, we're gonna use the weight of the truck since it's 4 tons. We got ourselves a jack right here underneath, and you're gonna take your big socket right here. This is 36 millimeter. I don't even know where I got this, just happened to be sitting in the garage. Place it right there on the bottom. We're gonna sandwich the complete, and be careful too. You don't want to really mess up the new ones that we're using here. So you're just basically sandwiching. Restart. So the shaft has got 4 of these clips right here. If you just grab you a pair of some pliers, some needle noses or something, we can just pop those off and try to save them for later. If not, you can just go buy some new ones at the auto parts store. Some of them can be tricky, like that one right there, but if you just give it a tug, you'll be able to pop them out. Actually, we're not popping those out. I had forgotten. We're going to keep those like that. We're just popping 2 of them out. The ones that are holding it onto the drive shaft are the ones that we're popping out. So this is the part that I'm talking about, life hack. If you can't tell, we're going to use the weight of the truck since it's 4 tons. We got ourselves a jack right here underneath, and you're gonna take your big socket right here. This is 36 millimeter. I don't even know where I got this, just happened to be sitting in the garage. Place it right there on the bottom. We're gonna sandwich the complete, and be careful too. You don't want to really mess up the new ones that we're using here. Sandwiching. Recording. There it is. That is the way to do it right there. The entire U-joint is popped out. Now you get the other jack it back up if your car's lower like that. And let me show you here. You can see there. If you zoom in a little bit right there, that entire joint came out. Now we need to grab a pair of our plumber pliers and try to wiggle that out. Grab you some WD-40, whatever you got. Spray it in the back, and maybe wear some gloves so your fingers don't get pinched and stuff. But basically, you can see it's pretty much out right now. The inside is wiggling around quite a bit. You can tell why I need to change out the U-joint. But so we gotta try to grab this boy right here, pull it out.
Oh, here she comes. Here she is. We've got this out. You can tell that's exactly why she was making noise. This is the bad one. Good shaft. We're gonna swap that new one over to this one here in just a second, but we gotta get that back one out first.